Pablo Escobar guy slit my throat, 81 stitches. See that?
Wait, what happened there?
In my club in Las Vegas, October 28th, 1988. A guy comes in my club. Steve Sharippa from Blue Bloods and Sopranos was my doorman.
No shit.
He was going to UNLV, University of Nevada, and I used to have a lot of those kids. Andrew Agassi, all those kids were in school. So I knew them. They all came. And they worked at the door. And State Street was an interesting place. Sinatra, Sammy Davis, and Dean Martin opened it for me for 3 days, no pay. No pay. And you know me, I got on the phones with all the taxi cab people and say, you won't believe who's on stage at this new place. But then I expanded that, made it 14,000 square feet, thanks to Steve Wynn. And this guy came in. I had the place for 10 years. I opened in 1980. Guy come in, which we always, my idea was to serve gourmet food till 6 a.m. because all the hotels, because of the being union, the only thing you could eat after a 12 o'clock show was go to a coffee shop. So I opened a gourmet room to serving food, white glove service, tableside, till 6 a.m. So they used to send everybody to me. Then I put a casino in. Forget about it. I was stealing $5,000 a day from myself. Figure $5,000 a day, 365 days a year is a lot of money.
Oh, man. Especially in that time.
Oh, my
more.
God. It was crazy. That's one thing I learned, how to make money early. So this guy comes in, and I see him. I'm up on perch. I had like 4 different dining rooms and a casino. I mean, I used to sit like when people came in, a holding area, a piano bar. And this guy come in. We've seen it 100 times, even got $100 bills or black chips to people because they just made a score. So I called the front door. I said, Steve, who's the guy? He said, I don't know. I says, where'd he come from? He says, Caesar's Palace. I said, how's he rated? They said, he's picking up this check. In fact, they want us to use our car to bring him over and then bring the check into the cage, which I loved. Because then they'd give me the cash, I put it in my pocket. So we hit him up right away. He was there 10 minutes. I sent him a bottle of Cristal, bottle of Louis XIII. His check was $1,800. He didn't get in the door yet.
Good God. Next
thing he does, he breaks the Cristal bottle and he stabs his girlfriend with it right in the face.
What?
Yeah, that's what I said.
Wait, what did I miss here? What triggered that?
They had some kind of an argument. I wasn't watching them. We hear the crashing in a bottle, and he stabs her right in the face. Thank God he missed a eye. So I called Steve. I said, get over there with some people. He said, I ain't going over there. I said, what do you think I hired you for? You big schmuck.
Oh, my God.
No, so I go over there, and her face was covered already with napkin, but she was bleeding. I said, let me introduce myself. I said, I'm Gianni Russo. This is my club. Now, you hear those sirens? They're coming for you. So why don't you go out the back door? I don't know who you're with, or I don't want any problems. I had all kinds of guys in there. He says, no, man. I said, no, man. Where the hell are you from? He said, you don't want to know. I didn't know he had the bottle yet. So he made a motion like he was going for her. He swings around to get me.
Oh, man.
Fortunately, I'm agile enough. I go back, and he cuts me here. My chin is hanging. So now I'm saying, wait a minute. I always carry. I'm licensed in 46 states.
Okay.
So I figured I got to defuse the guy. I said, look what you did to my shirt. Are you crazy? I waited 6 months for this shirt. And the guy must be saying to himself, what the hell this guy took about his shirt for? He's bleeding. I just wanted to get my hand on my gun. Because I used to wear, at that time I was wearing Ralph Lauren, those street buttons. Yeah. And I had a vest with two 5-shot Derringers in there. So as soon as I got diverted, I put the gun right to his head. I said, now, either you walk out the door now, you're going out in a black bag. He's F you. I said, really? I put 2 right in his head in front of 150 people.
Holy
my room was jammed. But guess what happens? He goes like this, like a mosquito hit him. He was so high on coke. That's why you got to shoot him right behind the ear, close him down right away.
Wait, so after you popped him, he was still standing? I
popped him. It spin around a while. See, if you shoot him here, that's why they're always, it's here you want him. Goes down, he's never coming out. So now he's like this, the blood's coming down his neck. And it was 5 shot. I put the other 3 in his heart, and that was the end of him. So now I go to the hospital. Coots comes in. I'm wrapped up with, ice and all that. And unfortunately, State Street was only 3 blocks from the Paradise Road where the hospital was. So Coots, they all come in because I'm so much friend with even New York, the cops. I love cops. They come in and he's come with me. I'll take you to the hospital. He says, what happened? I said, da. He said, he stabbed the girl first. Then you shot him. I said, yep. And then he called in. Get anybody that saw her and take their name down. I walked out in 30 days. Big problem was, it's Pablo Escobar's right-hand man.
Marion Joseph. And you found that out later, obviously. You had no idea this guy was connected like that?
I didn't know. I was in the hospital. I got Murray Parks to fly in because I'm such a vain guy. I wasn't going to have some guy zip me up. My chin will be like this. Forget about it.
It's a good chin. You don't want to mess that up.
Yeah, so I got Murray Parks, a good friend of mine, top plastic surgeon. He flew in. Dr. Elias Ghanem, Elvis's doctor, sent his plane for him because they were all my customers. So he says to me, I got good news and I got bad news. I said, what's the good news? He said, the guy's dead. I said, oh, that's good. He said, well, it isn't. I said, why? He's Pablo Escobar's right-hand man, Lorenzo Morales. So now 2 days I'm in the hospital. I come home, and I live on Las Vegas Country Club, guards everywhere. I go into my house, like here, there's a whole Santeria on my rug with my kids, with salamander and blood. So I said, what the hell's this? They call the girl from UNLV to tell me about this Santeria stuff. He said, well, you're marked for death, but they're going to kill you last. They'll kill your pets, your relatives, your kids. So now I call Noriega up right away. I'm good friends with him, 2 other people. And he just left Panama. He was in the Dominican Republic. I didn't get him. So I called Gotti because I knew Gotti was dealing with him. And then Gotti hated me. So I said, I'm on a plane. I'm coming in. I got to talk to you. He said, oh, now you're a killer. It's all over the nose. I said, I'll talk to you when I get there. So I go to the Ravenite, which I've been 100 times. Before he got in, Carlo Gambino and I were like this. So I get in there and he tells me the whole story. I said, let me tell you something. I said, I want to go see him. He said, you want to go see Pablo Escobar? I said, yeah. He said, I'm going to buy you the ticket. He bought me a one-way ticket to Colombia. The good news, I'm at Kennedy Airport. I'm getting paged. I'm going my way. Noriega. He said, what'd you call me for? I said, it's all over the news. I said, yeah. He said, where are you going? I said, I'm going to Bogota. He said, are you crazy? I said, I am crazy, but I'm going to have him kill my kids.
Right.
So I went. He arranged it. When I got there, somebody picked me up. They took me to a church. There was nobody in the church. I see a guy on the right-hand side up in front of candles. As I'm walking towards him, as I'm walking down the aisle, the pews are creaking. Guys are sitting up. The whole place was with his men.
And you're by yourself?
I'm by myself.
Jesus.
So I walked to the altar where he was, and he's burning his fingertips on candles. I could smell the flesh. I'm saying, what kind of penance is this? What'd this guy do wrong?
I haven't read that part in the Bible.
And then I didn't realize it was Pablo Escobar. Well, who knows what he did? So all I remember is he said, you're Gianni Russo? I said, yeah, that was it. I woke up in the prison he just built. Remember he built that prison in Colombia?
Yes.
That was his deal. I'll build a prison. I'll be there. And I'm locked up. And they were okay with that. I'm 3 stories down, body bags all over me, around me. The stench of the death, everything you can imagine. And I'm being tortured.
Wait, so you're in the bottom of that prison that he built?
Yeah.
Okay, so at that point when you saw him, just to clear it up, that deal was just settled and he was about to be transported into the prison. Is that correct?
Well, I went to the church. He just wanted to make sure it was me.
Okay.
Somebody hit me from behind. I wake up, I don't know if it was a day or 2. I don't know anything. I'm shackled to a chair. There's body bags all around me. And then all of a sudden I hear a voice, and he's not in army fatigues, he's all dressed. And he had a book in his hand. And I'm looking, I'm saying, am I hallucinating? Who is this? And he said, why don't you tell me you were Carlo in The Godfather? That's my favorite movie.
Tell me that got you out.
Do you know how many times that happened? No. Saddam Hussein, everybody. They loved that movie.
And that saved
That's
your
how
ass?
he even met Putin. He loved the movie. No, but that movie saved my life 100 times. That was
You
it.
kidding? And they let you go.
No. You just bring him up. They get me a doctor, and gave me maybe a couple hours later. They brought clothes to me. I had to meet him in his dining room. He's sitting like where the door is. I'm on one end, and you got guys all around. He said, "Let me ask you a question. Why would you come here? Are you crazy?" I said, "Yeah, I've been insane a long time." So he's like, we're talking. He loved all my answers. I said, "The only reason I came here, I did my homework. You have a daughter, Gina. I have a daughter, Gia." I said, "Now, if somebody was going to kill your daughter, what would you do?" So he got up, didn't change his expression at all, walked towards me. He said, "Stand up." I didn't know if he was going to cut off my head. He kissed me. He says,
You got kissed by Pablo Escobar.
Yeah. He says, "Very few people like us. I'll straighten this out." So now, we're eating dinner, we're talking like I'm his friend. He says, "Am I ready to go?" "I'm ready. You got a room for me." He says, "You'll leave tomorrow." He says, "Before you go, I want you to do me a favor." I said, "Oh, what's this going to be?" He says, "Remember the part in The Godfather?" I said, "Which part?" He says, "When Michael confronts you, you got to answer for Santini." I said, "Yeah." He said, "Let's do that scene." And my head started spinning. I says, "You want me to write down the lines?" He said, "No, I know the lines. You sit here, and I'll go to the door like Michael did when he came in." And he does the whole scene with me.
What is going on?
That's what I'm saying.
What the hell is
And I
happening?
figured this is the way he's going to get rid of me. He walked me to the car, put me in the car, and we did the whole thing. Gave me the airline ticket for tomorrow, all the zip. We get to the door, and we don't go outside. And he says, "Go ahead, they'll take you to the airport tomorrow." He kisses me. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't get out of there fast enough.